What's up, yo? Today we're working on this car again. We're gonna be installing rack spacers, two different kinds of rack spacers, and let me show them to you right now. So the first kind are these rack spacers. They're called rack spacers, but really what they are rack risers. And they're gonna raise the steering rack a little bit to correct some steering geometry, because when you lower the car but the wheels stay the same, all of the steering components go down with the car but stay up on the side of the wheel. So when you lift the rack, it should correct that. I hope that's a good enough explanation. And then I have these, which are destroy or die actual rack spacers. These are gonna thread onto the inner tie rod to give me a little bit more angle. Let me first show you guys stock angle. It's all the way one way. And that is all the way the other. That is all the angle I have stock. So what I'm gonna do is not move the car anymore. I'm gonna leave the car right here where it is, and I mean not the car. I'm gonna leave the camera right there where it is, maybe do a little time lapse while I work on it, and then give you guys the exact same angle for post installation, and let's see how much of a difference it really makes. We have bad news. My biggest wrench is this, and it doesn't fit on the thing down there. So I'm gonna have to figure that out. Once I get it off, I'll probably just put the shit together. Fuck the time lapse. It got so late. I'm exhausted. This was terrible. One of the worst experiences I've had in recency working on the car. But it's all right. We're done now. Everything's together. I'm not explaining shit to y'all. Never said this was a tutorial. But anyways, let's get this angle going. Doesn't look like I gained anything on that side.
No, I have never in my life just had enough crap to arm control.
Whoa, shit! Dude, that's hella fucking angle, I feel like. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe all the fucking hard work I put in is making me delusional, but that shit looks crazy. All right, guys, I did not update you last night. The car had way too much toe out. I couldn't drive. So I was gonna do a DIY like alignment situation. I couldn't move any of the bolts, and I said, fuck it, I'm just gonna maybe leave that to a professional. So I tried to fix the toe as best as I can. I've got a tiny bit of toe out still. It's not terrible because the car can drive, but it's also not great. It's gonna destroy tires. So I'm probably gonna go to a shop or something and get an actual alignment done. But when we get back to the crib, I'll show you guys the angle comparison between his stock one and my not stock one. Or something, I don't know. All right, guys. I don't know what the last clip was, but I think it was me saying I'm not going to do the alignment myself and I'm going to leave it to a professional, which I still really want to do the alignment myself or figure it out. But if I do decide to do that, it'll be another video. I think I mentioned already this is going to be a drift prep video, but quick intermission. As you can see, my wagon's back in the garage. I had a little bit of an issue with, my car was here in front of the house, but it's not registered, so the HOA towed it. And then it became this whole issue because the wrong towing company towed it, and it was just a huge mess. I didn't even know where my car was for over a day because the company that did tow it didn't report it to the police, so I didn't know where my car was. And once I finally found my car, they reported it, which that actually worked in my favor because they only charged me from when they reported it. So I didn't get that initial after 6 hours charge or the 2 days of storage. So it came out to $145. And then because the towing company that towed it wasn't supposed to tow here, because this is another towing company's like area, that towing company did me a favor and towed it here for free. So I only paid $145, but it sucks that I even had to do that. I haven't got this car registered because it doesn't run, but I'm gonna try to get this car running as soon as I can and get it registered. But that is for its own video. Back to drift prep on the Miata. All right, so the first thing I need on the checklist, let's say, I'm gonna be going back and forth, so probably a few cuts here, but the first thing I need is, some places require a long sleeve shirt. I don't think all of them do, but I have long sleeve shirts, I have long pants, I have closed toe shoes, and a helmet, which I did buy one. I don't know if I ever showed it, but if I didn't, I'll take a picture and put it in right here. It has started to rain. But number 2 is fire extinguisher on a quick release mount, which I have right here on the quick release mount. Easy access, I just lift from this side, boom, open. And then obviously access it. Then number 3 is cage, which I don't think all cars require a cage, but in one of the rules it says convertible cars do, which I have. 4 is vehicles do not have excessive leaks. With the timing job and all the seals that I just replaced, I don't think my engine is leaking at all. And if it is, it's not enough for me to notice, so excessive leaks, check. Number 5 is that if anything is moved, I think it said if fuel tank, radiator, battery, if anything's moved into the driver's compartment, that's not the case for my car, so we skipped that one. Number 6 is that all lugs are present, which I do have 4 lugs on all my wheels, so that one's check. Number 7 is that the brakes, the brake pedal fully operates on all 4 brakes, which is the case. I just recently did the big brake upgrade, bled my brakes, so everything's working perfect in that compartment. And number 8 was convertible cars must have a 4-point roll bar, which is what I have. Number 9 is seats and harnesses. They recommend stock seats with stock seat belts and aftermarket seats with harnesses. And if you have harnesses, they need to be properly mounted with a roll bar, a harness bar, which I have integrated into my roll bar. Okay, number 10 is vehicle must be free of all loose articles. There's no loose articles in my car. ECU is put away. This will be put away in the near future. And I have nothing in here at all. Everything's just stock interior, besides this carpet, but I'm pretty sure that doesn't count as a loose item. Number 11 is that the battery is tied down securely, and I think that it has to have the positive terminal covered, which I have both terminals covered with the little rubber boots, and I have those like J-hooks going in from the bottom and bolting the battery down so it does not move. I would show you, but I don't have my key right now, so fuck that. Number 12, I just read it. Number 12 is that seats are properly mounted. I just did that, and they sure are. So both seats are fully in. They are not coming out in case of a crash or anything. Seats are mounted fully. Let me actually... This is a sturdy seat. This seat ain't going nowhere. You guys probably can't tell, but I'm shaking the car a little with that. So seat is mounted properly. I don't remember what number we're on. I think 13 is no cracks or chips or whatever in the windshield, which mine has none. Perfectly clean windshield here. And all the other rules are talking about stuff at the track, like wearing gear properly. What was the other one? You know, respecting the pits, attending drivers' meetings. So if I'm not mistaken, the only things I need to get my car in track shape is, I think I want to mount this. I think I want to mount this a little further in so it's a little bit more away from the seat, which I'm definitely going to do that off camera. Okay, well, you see that's part of the reason why. It's a little bit... Oh, actually, it's not that bad. Maybe I'll leave it here, maybe I won't. But if I do move this, I just want to move the quick release fire extinguisher bracket a little lower on the mount. And then I gotta hide this. I don't know where, but I gotta hide this. So I'm gonna do both of those things off camera, which means my car's ready for its first drift event. The only thing I really need is money. these drift events are not very cheap. Some of them are $200. The one that I was planning to go to, which I'm not going to, was $275, but it was a 3-day event, but it's also not beginner friendly because it's more of a spectator event where they want flashy cars doing cool things. So beginners won't get a lot of seat time, and for $275, not gonna happen. I really want to get a drift day in before the end of the year. So I'm thinking about trying to, or I'm not thinking, I've been trying to look for some sort of group or something on Facebook to try to get a private day in with a group of people, but we'll see how that goes. So my car is pretty much drift ready. It's got everything it needs to pass tech. Yeah, that's it. So before I end this video though, I do have one problem that I need to fix. I went to hang out with my best friend yesterday, and yeah, on the way there, actually I think as soon as I left the house, my AFR gauge just wouldn't turn on. I don't have my key, so I can't show you, but yeah, it won't turn on. So I'm thinking it got disconnected here, or maybe down there, or maybe under there. It's its power source. So I'm gonna try to figure that out, and I'll let you guys know what the problem was. I just really don't want to have to pull off this whole pillar. That would suck. Okay, so taking the plastic pillar by the driver's side off was actually super easy. I don't know why I was tripping, but I was right. It was just the plug popped out the back. Maybe I didn't put it in all the way when I first installed the pillar, and it popped out, but I plugged it back in. So I was gonna turn it on right now just to show you guys that I fixed it, but I found out that when my dad moved my car, he left my keys in his fiance's car, and it is locked. So I'm gonna wait for them to get home, and when they get here, I'll show you guys that. Y'all people need to stop with these raids, man. I just saw a clip of a fucking guy just in a pool of blood with his head only sticking out from under the car with like a fucking arm by his head. Like, so dumb. The spectators, the drivers, everybody, bro. What are you doing, bro? Go to a track and be safe. That shit pisses me off more than anything, dude. Like, stop with these raids. It makes no sense. Anyways, I can go on a million. Oh, the AC was on. That's probably why my dad was fucking struggling to start my car. Sorry, I can rant about that for ages, but look, gauge is okay. So my first clip got cut short, and I didn't realize until I was talking for like 5 minutes. Every time this turns on, it stops my recording. It just did it again. But anyways, this is working, and as you can see, it's sprinkled again. I keep getting teased with this rain. I just want to say, it might sound a little contradictory of me to hate on raids and stuff when, you know, I be out here in these streets, but I'm not an idiot. I'm not surrounding myself with people that I can hurt. You know, I'm doing it on empty roads. Dad dropped the clip here. But yeah, I'm not being dumb. You know, I'm doing it on empty roads where if there's cars nearby, I'm not doing it. If there's people nearby, I'm not doing it. I'm not gonna put other people in danger for no reason. So I just think these things are really dumb, and that's why I would separate that from myself. Because in an empty parking lot with no cars and no people, I'm not gonna hurt anybody, except for maybe myself or my car, but I'm choosing to do that, you know? But yeah, I'm not gonna rant about that anymore. I just think it really sucks for that guy. You know, he was obviously not the brightest, he shouldn't have been there. But that doesn't mean he should have died, you know? So I'll leave it there. If I get the opportunity, I'll take you guys on a test drive. I hope the phone's not crooked right there. But I'm recording this outro because I recorded a bunch of other stuff, and this video is already 15 minutes long. So I'm gonna save all that footage for next week's video. And yeah, this is what you get. It did not rain, so no test drive for you. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.